Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Stephanie McMahon recently posted a hilarious social media update exposing her husband and WWE head of creative, Triple H. The former WWE chairwoman shared a clip from her podcast, What's Your Story? With Steph McMahon. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon allegedly started dating after their on-screen romantic storyline in 2000. They have been happily married since their wedding in October 2003. The power couple has 3 daughters together. The 48-year-old recently posted a video of her conversation with Nick Khan on her podcast. Stephanie shared a funny incident from back in the day, revealing how a vacation in Hawaii took an awkward turn when Triple H unknowingly strolled nude onto a public beach. She hilariously captioned the video Triple H exposed. "We had rented a place in Hawaii. We did not know that the beaches are all public no matter where you are. So, even if you rent a private house, it's not like that's your private beach area. So, Paul, Triple H, wakes up, and he, walks out, and stretches. He wasn't sleeping clothed at that time, like full-on manhood. He's just walking, and all of a sudden this guy gets up out of the water, right in front of us, with a snorkeling mask on and a big giant snorkel, stands up, and starts walking. Like someone else pops up out of the water over here. We were like, uh-oh. Ran back in the house," she said. Ex-WWE superstar makes an interesting claim about Triple H following shocking departure. Former WWE United States champion Carlito bid adieu to WWE earlier this month. In a social media update, the 46-year-old disclosed that his contract with the wrestling promotion was set to expire in 2 weeks, and the global juggernaut had decided against offering him a new deal. Following his departure from WWE, Carlito made an appearance on the Busted Open podcast. The former Judgment Day member explained why he wouldn't complain about his exit. However, the Caribbean Cool thinks that Triple H was not a fan of his wrestling gimmick despite having a liking for him in real life. "I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to whatever. I knew I'm one of the older guys. I'm not gonna get priority, guys. I'm not getting pushed. And Hunter's not a fan of Carlito. I think, personally, he likes me, but I think he never was a big fan of the character," he said. Carlito used to feature regularly on Monday Night Raw alongside other members of the Judgment Day. It will be interesting to see what the future holds for the veteran following his shocking WWE exit. It's not every day that the chief content officer of WWE gets exposed in public, especially by his own wife. But that's exactly what happened during a recent appearance on a WWE panel celebrating decades of sports entertainment storytelling. Stephanie McMahon, always poised and commanding when addressing the WWE Universe, decided to take a light-hearted detour, and what followed had fans and superstars alike in stitches. The moment came during a Q&A session, when a fan asked Stephanie, "What's one thing about Triple H we don't know, but should?" Stephanie smirked, paused for dramatic effect, then looked directly at the crowd and said, "Okay, you asked for it. This one might get me in trouble at home, but I'm doing it for the laughs. So, let's talk about the curtain rod incident." Instantly intrigued, the panel moderator leaned in. The audience erupted in chuckles of anticipation. Triple H, who was sitting just off stage, raised an eyebrow from the shadows, clearly bracing for impact. The curtain rod incident. Stephanie set the scene like a seasoned storyteller. "This was back in 2010. We were staying at one of those cozy but less than fancy hotels while doing media for an upcoming pay-per-view in Cincinnati. Everything was normal, we'd just had dinner, we were exhausted from travel, and Hunter was obsessed with reviewing old match tapes, as usual." The audience laughed, already picturing Triple H watching 80s wrestling classics at 2 a.m. with a protein shake in one hand. "So I head into the bathroom to wash up," Stephanie continued. "And a few minutes later, I hear this colossal crash. Like a bowling ball hitting the floor. I run out thinking someone's breaking in. And what do I find?" She paused for effect. Hunter, flat on the floor, with the entire curtain rod from the hotel window wrapped around him like a boa constrictor. The crowd burst into laughter. "Apparently," she went on, barely keeping a straight face, "he was trying to do pull-ups on the curtain rod because the hotel gym was closed. Mind you, this man is 6 feet 4 inches, 250 pounds, doing pull-ups on a rod meant to hold up sheer polyester curtains." Stephanie covered her face in mock shame. "And the best part? When I asked him what he was thinking, he goes, 'I thought it was reinforced. It looked reinforced.'" A different kind of game. Stephanie used the story not just to poke fun at her husband, but also to humanize the WWE powerhouse who's often seen as all business and biceps. People see Triple H as this serious, stoic guy, especially since he became CCO, she said. But at home? He's just as goofy as the rest of us. He once made our kids believe that all dads have to drink coffee while flexing in the mirror every morning. They were 5 and thought it was a law. There was something refreshing about the honesty. The same man responsible for scripting WrestleMania showdowns and elevating talent like Rhea Ripley, Gunther, and Damian Priest was also guilty of amateur hotel gym hacks and dad jokes. Triple H reacts. Backstage footage later surfaced showing Triple H reacting in real time to Stephanie's tale. Caught by WWE's digital team, he was seen covering his face with both hands while laughing uncontrollably. "She really told that one?" he chuckled. "Well, I guess the cat, or curtain rod, is out of the bag." He didn't deny it. In fact, he added his own spin. "I was trying to stay in shape during the promo tour. I'd done dips on a desk earlier and figured, why not hit some pull-ups before bed? The rod said do not hang items heavier than 15 pounds, but I thought, they're just being cautious." Triple H grinned. "Lesson learned. Now I stick to chairs and door frames." Fans react. This is the content we need. Once the clip of Stephanie's story hit social media, WWE fans went wild. Triple H pulled down a curtain rod trying to be John Cena in a Motel 6, crying face emoji, tweeted one fan. Another wrote, "Stephanie McMahon deserves her own comedy special. Hunter better sleep with one eye open." WWE even jumped on the trend. The official account tweeted a mock t-shirt design reading, "The Game vs. the Curtain Rod, Cincinnati SmackDown 2010. Why it matters." Amid the non-stop grind of TV tapings, creative meetings, and talent negotiations, moments like these remind the WWE universe that the people behind the personas are just that, people. Stephanie's playful exposure of her husband didn't just offer laughs. It offered a glimpse into their marriage, their dynamic, and the real personalities behind the scripted drama of WWE. It also showed fans a side of Triple H they rarely get to see, not the King of Kings, not the cerebral creative architect, but Paul, the guy who once tried to invent a curtain rod CrossFit routine at midnight and failed spectacularly. A legacy of laughs and leadership. With Triple H continuing to steer WWE through its new era, balancing the legacies of legends like The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin with the rise of stars like Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov, stories like these help reinforce the balance between discipline and fun, intensity and humility. "He may be the game," Stephanie quipped as she closed the story, "but every now and then, life rolls the dice against him." And with that, the panel ended in thunderous applause. One thing's for sure, next time WWE heads to Cincinnati, fans won't be thinking about steel chairs or suplexes. They'll be looking at the curtain rods.